Hey, how you doing? This is Craig Richardson with Our Voice. Coming another day with another great story, another great topic. Many of us know that life can be so short and things can happen in the blink of an eye. People die every day, things happen, but what happens when you go through something that's overnight changes your life? And then you have to turn around and rearrange everything that you knew to do in a whole nother way just to survive and to make life normal again. Well, we're here today to talk to a good friend of mine. He's a young man, and how old are you, man?
Too old, 43.
He's too old. He's 43?
Yeah.
Oh, man. He a man. I can't say young, young man. And his name is Peter Walker. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Good.
Yourself?
I'm good, man. Just been busy running around doing things with the new show and everything. I'm glad you had the opportunity to come and kind of share with us some of the things that you've been through. One thing in particular that things that done happened in your life that shifted a lot of things. Where you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas, Southside.
H-Town. Southside.
Pretty much born on the north side.
Okay, yeah, give it the right credit.
Yeah.
You go to the north side, don't just jump straight to the south side. He's from the north side,
Yeah.
and he transitioned to the southwest side. So get that right. So he has a north side heart, but he's functioning, on the south side. Amen. All right. So man, just what's some of the things that you was involved with growing up?
Pretty much, I guess, just as a normal little kid, sports. We, I know you know about it.
Yeah.
Basketball outside,
Yeah.
football,
Breaking bones and stuff, and
jumping off
shaking
the
it
roof.
off. Yeah, shaking it off. That's old school stuff.
Yeah.
You shake it off. And I guess we're gonna get to that today too. Shaking stuff off. You know what I'm saying? But my brother Peter, he's been through some things, and we want to just talk about endurance, talk about getting through some things, because some things that the reason I asked him to come to the show because I've been watching you on social media. I've been watching you for a long time. Been talking to you, but really more watching than talking. And so you was real active in the gym, in your in the past, playing sports. You have to, but something happened to you dramatic, that you were in a major accident.
Mm-hmm.
When was this?
It was November 25th, 2017.
And you was it was a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So tell us what happened on that day.
Well, actually, that day I wasn't supposed to even be riding my bike.
Wow.
Well, actually, I got on my bike that morning to go pick up my daughter. We ran the stairs at Hightower High School. So
wow. Okay.
She used to like to get on the back of it. And,
Okay.
Her neighborhood is like right around the corner from the school. So picked her up on the bike. We did our little workout, ran on the stairs or whatever, and I made it back home to the on this side of town and parked my bike for the day.
Yeah.
And like I said, I wasn't supposed to be riding it no more that night. I got a phone call from this one guy, the guy that I was involved, in the accident with.
Yeah.
He called me, asked me did I want to, go out to this little motorcycle party. So I'm like, all right, cool. Hopped on my bike. We rode from 59 and Cavalcade area all the way to Westheimer.
Southside.
Yeah. And so we left from that little spot, and we was going to the motorcycle party or whatever, and we was on the West Park Toll Road. And usually when I'm riding, or back then when I was riding, with me and my homeboy Damon, or me and 15 other people, I'm always in the back, know.
Yeah.
So it was me, him, and his friend, and so I'm in the back like always or whatever, and there was no cars on the freeway, so I said, let me go and mash it real quick before we, take the exit or whatever. So I, got it up to like probably 120, 130 or whatever, and I went around those guys, and I got back over in the slow lane that we was in. I'm close to the little lane divider or whatever, in the slow lane, and next thing I know, I'm hearing him saying, "Oh, and I just got to slide."
Wow! So you didn't even see it coming.
I ain't know.
You heard it, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And as far as I remember, when I got hit or whatever, I was doing about 120 or so, and it could have ended my life right then and there. I could have hit the I actually did hit the side of the wall,
guardrail,
but you know how the freeway, when you take the exit or whatever, it had a little concrete barrier.
Yeah.
You know, I could have hit that head on, or you know, broke my back or something.
Did you have a helmet on?
Yeah, I had a helmet on, thankfully, and had pants. That's the first day I ever wore pants. It was you know kind of cold at night, so I said put some pants on. And after the accident, you know, I don't know what my pants were. They just shredded all up.
There's a hospital. Oh, my clothes. What happened? You know.
But yeah, he the back of my tire was clipped, and I went down
at 120 something miles an hour.
Yeah, and got my little road rash, and you know, my back, and of course it mangled my foot up.
Yeah.
So.
And so when you got to the hospital, and the doctor came and told you, did you already know they was going to have to amputate?
Well, when I was laid up on the freeway, I was hearing everybody was, you know, talking around me, whatever. You know, they ain't gonna be able to save his leg and all this stuff right here. And so I already had it in my mind right then and there, whatever. Last thing I remember was getting into the ambulance. I was, I guess, shaking a whole lot because I lost a lot of blood as well.
Yeah.
And I was asking the paramedic, you know, why I'm shaking like this or whatever. And next thing I know, I woke up, my leg was gone. You know, and they well, my sister and my mom and them, they had to make the decision to, you know, go and chop it off. They said they could have saved it, but
couldn't use it.
No, well, I probably would have had surgeries after surgery or whatever. And then on top of that, I could have probably formed blood clots that would have killed me, or later on in life, due to the surgeries that probably didn't go too good or whatever, probably would have had to cut it off, you know, a little bit higher. So just to eliminate all that, you know, they just went on, you know, cut it right below the calf muscle.
Would you have agreed with that?
Yeah, if it would have, well.
So that's a question people don't ask. You know what I'm saying? That's a question people don't ask. Would you have agreed with that? You know, if you can go back in time and you can talk to a doctor about yourself.
I probably would have took the chance and did the surgeries.
Yeah,
you know?
I think anybody would. You know, that's natural. You know. So when you woke up and your leg was gone, how did you feel?
I was cool. Well, I ain't gonna say I was cool with it, but you know, I ain't
better than a turn of not being here.
Yeah, I ain't feel no type of super sad or anything like that. I'm like, it is what it is. You know?
And that part right there is the part that I want to encourage everybody to look at, because that's the part that makes you different.
Yeah.
That's why I asked that question like that, because that part there, how did you feel? I know. I ain't never been feeling good about it. Oh yeah. Hey, great day. You know, I ain't saying that, but I am saying that when you look at life, it's an old saying. Say, you know what they're saying. When you got lemons, make lemonade. That's real.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's cliche, but it's real, because you know so many people allow depression. Have you ever dealt with depression? Okay.
Nah.
You know, a lot of people let depression come in and halt their life.
Yeah.
You know, and they can't function from that standpoint. And that's another point I wanted to highlight in your life, that it wasn't long before I saw you back in the gym.
Yeah, I was in the gym. I think when I got out the hospital, you know, I was bored sitting at home, so I went to the gym on my crutches. Didn't even have a prosthetic. I had, you know, I was still bandaged up or whatever. I still had my little sores on my arm and everything. And I think it was like a week or so after the hospital, I was back in the gym trying to, you know.
If you can sell that mojo, man, I'm telling you, you'll be a billionaire, man. Because that's that was the thing that really, man. After you don't know this, but I'm watching you online. You know, you speak every once, talk, and but I don't really speak what I feel. You know, I ain't gonna lie, man. I had tears flowing from my face. Not the fact that what happened, because you were still here, but just to see you back at it, you know. Now I don't see you on motorcycles, but I do see you riding bikes. Just can't give up the 2 wheels.
I had to find something to get the cardio in. I could run, but not like I want to. So that's why I got into the bicycle or whatever. And,
okay.
I hit a trail here and there, or whatever, or ride with my little bike group that I ride.
How long did it take you to get used to this?
It took me about a good week to walk or whatever. Once I got my prosthetic or whatever. Before I got my prosthetic, I was in physical therapy or whatever. They was practicing with me or whatever. And, yeah, it took me about a good week or so. It's pretty much all a mind thing. I had to trust it, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, about a good week.
Okay. I just realized you got Team Fat Body.
Oh yeah, that's
Is that
John.
Fat Body John?
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, John. Yeah, John Mitchell.
Raise that boy.
Oh, for real?
Raise John Mitchell. Yeah. That's why I didn't realize that shirt tag. We go way back.
Oh, for real?
Way.
I go there in the morning time and hit Fitness Connection at night.
Yeah. Okay. Because he had one gym out here in Greenspoint at one point.
Yeah.
And he got one on southwest side, way on southwest side, way too far on the southwest side. That Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford.
Yeah, and so we go way back, man. Hey, I ain't recognize. I say fat body. Stoves night. You know, but yeah, we go way back, man. But shout out to Fat Body Jim, really good guy. If you need somebody to help you get in shape, that's one guy that can help you and not make you feel bad about your fatness.
Yeah.
You know, but again, man, it's just, did this have you have problems with the first mode or anything? It was just went straight in.
I went straight in. Didn't have no issues or anything
No
like that.
uncomfortability or nothing like that.
Nah, well, of course I did have to, go back to my prosthesis or whatever. He had to, after the final cast or whatever,
Yeah.
he had to go back in, add some little cushions in there or whatever.
Okay,
but
that's irritating. Yeah.
But that's just because I wasn't used to it at the time.
Yeah.
Once I got used to it.
And you was being active.
Huh?
And you was being active.
Yeah.
Because some people only put theirs on when they're going somewhere.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, as soon as I get up out of bed, I snap it on and we gone.
Okay, this is gonna be a crazy part. Now, how many kids you got?
2.
You got a little girl, 2 little girls?
No, I got a little boy and a daughter. My daughter 20 and my son is 11.
Okay, well let's talk about the son. When he saw it, what did he say? How did he respond to it?
Well, when he seen me in the hospital, he was kind of scared or whatever. Well, not scared, but
cautious, overly cautious. Yeah.
And with the little sad face or whatever. But after a couple of minutes or whatever, they talking about me.
Yeah.
My niece, my daughter, they all look at Uncle Peter's little man.
And like I told you earlier, it's just so ironic, man, that because really you could have been dead.
Yeah, I could have died just by the blood that I lost.
Yeah, you could have been dead, and all right, you maybe should have been dead.
Yeah.
I'm real big on spirituality, with God and everything. I want to make sure that I give God credit, as well. First and foremost, that if it wasn't for Him, we don't know what could have been. So that means there's still purpose.
Yeah.
So much purpose for your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For something to happen that you take precautionary, you're a cautious driver, but it took someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, that you took with you, that wasn't, because you still talk to this guy?
No, I didn't even really just talk to him at the time.
So you really didn't know him that good?
I knew him, but we were just so-called starting our little friendship or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and that just says a lot about people, man. People who live reckless lives, we don't know until we get to really get a chance to really know who these people are. Just a little example, 2 last week, I was going to get ready to drive to Oklahoma to go fishing, because I love fishing. And I'm on the Beltway and the north side. I'm on the Beltway in 59, and this car coming up on the feet of 59 going 100 plus, maybe 110 miles, just going and running a red light. A big Mack truck comes up and hit on the side. I get out the car, walk up to the car. The man is he gone, and the passenger's dead.
Yeah.
And I got upset, man, because the driver was a young lady, African American. The first thing she said, "What happened?" I said, "You killed your friend. You killed your friend. You going 120 on a good, pretty day, 120 miles. 110 miles an hour. What was you thinking?" And he is, didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
So it talks about people, man. People that we keep around us. Sometimes they're not where we at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can try to do everything right, but
it's your friend or somebody that you hang around with that's gonna get you.
And that's my reason. That's my reason why I tend to myself. Even though a lot of people know me, I move around, I get around. People know me for this or that. I'm at home most of the time by myself.
Right.
And man, because just people. But the good thing is, man, God spared your life. Because again, just by blood loss, you could have been out of here. But God saw fit to give you another opportunity to do what He's called you to do.
So I thank God every day, and every time I see strangers or whatever at the gas station or point store or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
People that I know, how you doing? Oh, I'm blessed. I woke up this morning.
Yeah, right. So now you can really see that, and feel it. Let me ask you a question. What advice, knowing what you've been through, would you tell on both spectrums, a biker who's experienced versus a biker who's not experienced? What would you tell a biker who's experienced? And now where you at in life?
Far as what? Just
when you're dealing with new people and got new people in your set, and
just I guess keep your distance, until you really, figure these people out or whatever. Just like driving a car or 18-wheeler or whatever. Don't get too,
don't get too close.
No, not too close though, but don't get too comfortable. You don't know what this person is doing or thinking, or even though he riding with you.
Don't think everybody can hold their own.
Yeah.
Because some people are just addicted to bringing them down with them. You know what I'm saying? And so, as far as a person that's just starting to ride bikes, what would be your advice to them?
Go sell it and get you a 10-speed.
I feel.
My advice to them is just be careful. Always pay attention to your surroundings, and as far as them 2 wheels go or whatever, it ain't too much you can do. As far as watching other people, other cars or even other motorcycles, whatever. When it hit you, it's gonna hit you, and you're not even gonna know it.
I feel.
But my advice to them is, don't even do it.
Don't do it.
Get you a 10-speed.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you, man. Like I say, it wasn't gonna be a long show. We got 30 minutes that we normally, do our shows in. But man, I just wanna thank you and I appreciate you for coming through, because you drove a good little ways.
Oh yeah.
To be out here, because he's on the south side. He's on the south side. He came to the north side, So back to the north side. But I want to appreciate you for coming, man, and hopefully we get a chance to kick it a little more, man, because I love your personality. I love your walk. And see, I ain't know that you knew John. So if you know John, then you gotta be, you know what I'm saying, because he don't. I'm telling you, he ain't quite normal. But yeah, man, appreciate you. Thank you. And again, I thank you guys for tuning in. You guys stay tuned for more shows. We're going to be talking about solar panels, how they can really help you with your light bill and your energy consumption and everything, and especially what's coming up. We got a whole line of shows talking about what we're getting ready to walk into as far as with this country, with this world, as far as your rights and everything else in between. So you guys stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. God bless you. Bye.
He's a voice for all of the people.
That's great.
He's exterminating the evil. But nobody that was his equal. You never can go nowhere cause we need you.
What can I say about the man that walk amongst men? The one and only, glad you know me, Craig Richardson. I never been nobody's favorite, always counted out, but without a doubt, because of Craig I had to turn about. I changed my way of living, for that avoided prison. I work for Jesus and Craig, his last name Richardson. And anybody think I'm missing, I'm probably on my mission. We gotta get the word out so they can hear my vision. A world that's united, too many kids have died. We elect the president who take the oath and then he lie. I'm feeling tossed aside, forgotten about, I need protection. Too many die from electric chair or lethal injection. Craig, you are a blessing. No more stressing, now I'm living in music, making the killing. I'm feeling, live for the cheering. No, I don't care if nobody feel what I'm doing. Now I'm on the platform and they listening. Thanks to my man Craig Richardson.
That he should not. God has a way of fixing everything that's broken. And we try to put our feeble mind on what God is trying to do. We put our feeble mind on what God is trying to do. And God has given us the authority to do signs and wonders and miracles and begin to unction the Holy Spirit to provide miracles and heal the sick. We have that power. Why we don't use it, I don't know. People sick in my family, and I'm too busy to go and speak a word healing over their life. That time is over with. I remember a time in my life I would go to the hospital and people would rise up from their sickness. People had cancer and the cancer would go away. I remember those days. So I'm going back. I'm talking about me. I'm going back to that place. talking about distractions. Distractions from fake friends, distractions from bad habits, distractions from jealous family, distractions from everything that's trying to knock you down, distractions from your attention going in the wrong direction, distractions, y'all. You will have to be subject to your distractions. But let God be your distraction. 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 When you're doing wrong, let God be your distraction. Yeah, y'all ain't getting me. Y'all ain't getting me. Listen, I only got 2 minutes. But this is the thing. This season is your season. I ain't got all together, but I know how to hear. This season is your season. Y'all ain't got it. Y'all looking at me. Don't look at me, but God says this season is your season. You ain't got to be subject to your distraction. You know your distraction. I don't know your distraction, but you know your distractions. You know what get to you in the midnight hour. You know what stop you from sleeping. You know your distractions. You know your distractions. God knows your distractions. But he said, let me take the place of your distractions. Because there's only one seat in your life, and that seat is sitting in that seat. It's called distraction. And God said, let me sit in the seat of your distraction. Let me be the one that calls you to wake up in the morning. Let me be the one that calls you to thank you for everything that's going on in your life. Let me be the one that congratulates you on things that you thought you didn't have. And God showed out in your life. Let me be that one. Let me sit in the seat of your distraction. Let me be your distraction. Let me show you how it's done. Because they got me out. See the things. Listen. Y'all don't know who y'all is. Let me get slave for a second. Y'all don't know who y'all is. Y'all don't even understand the power that reigns in life. And the name of Jesus activates every ounce of power that God has promised you in His word. The name of Jesus.
Okay. That was a sermon that I did talking about distractions and how distractions operate in our lives. And we have to understand that distractions ain't playing. Distractions comes in with a purpose, a mission. Distraction comes in to kill, steal, and destroy ultimately. You hear me? Now, don't get me wrong. There's different types of distractions. You have the distraction that comes in to stop you from going in one particular direction and to catapult you into another direction. But you also have the distractions that does the opposite, that removes you from one, that detour you from one direction and tries to move you to another distraction. And that's why we have to keep in mind distraction has a purpose. Amen. I'm trying to get to this thing, but distractions could be a wonderful tool from God, as well as a terrible tool from the enemy. And you got to understand that sometimes when you're dealing with distractions, some distractions are to if you function in fear, distractions of fear is going to always come on both sides. I know that sounds crazy. If you're a scary person, if you function in fear, then the devil will use fear and God will also use fear, because that's the only thing that's going to make you move, because you're functioning in fear, not faith. So if you are a fear mover, if you move in fear, if you always thinking the worst case scenario, if you always assuming people are going to do wrong, then God and the devil, I know it sounds crazy, will both use the same techniques to get you to a place closer to them, because fear is the only thing that you are focusing on. Your perspective is based in fear.